Hi, and welcome to another Schwabenland School District Tech Tip videocast. The purpose of this Tech Tip videocast today is to talk about the Web 2.0 tool called Edcanvas. The site's very easy to find. It's www.edcanvas.com. It works really well in Mozilla and Chrome. I haven't really tried it in Internet Explorer, but I'm guessing it works okay there too. Basically, what Edcanvas is, it's a tool that allows you to post all kinds of multimedia or digital resources that you have in one spot for either you to use as a presentation tool with your students. There'd be very little transition time between, or something that you could give to your students to investigate, maybe something your students could create on a topic, or it's also a really good flipping tool that you could put on and post someplace so students could access digital or multimedia content on their own time. So, first things first, you need to log in or sign up. All of us now have a Google Apps account through a Schwabenland School District, and hopefully you'll be hearing more about that from me soon. So you can hit log in with a Google account. And again, it's going to recognize my school account. Okay, and you may or may not go to this page. I'm going to go to a new canvas. I'm just going to hit the plus button. This would be the page you'd go to the very first time you use this site. So basically, it's a kind of a blank canvas. You have different templates of canvas. If you're not a square or grid person, you'd like to do trios or mosaics. Those are pretty cool too. You can kind of change some of the things. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter what your canvas looks like because I think the way you're going to use it by playing is going to allow for students just to click from tile to tile. There's some different themes too. If you'd rather go with colors, that's fine. And it'll say no subject here. What this says is it's asking what grade level and what subject matter. So I'm going to go other, and this is for professional development. Okay. So now, basically, here's my canvas. I'm going to give my canvas a title. I'm going to call this ASD for Schwabenland School District Tech Tip. All right. And then again, it says drop your resource with double-click to add text. I kind of like to add the double-click so I can add a little description. Okay. This is an Edcanvas for our ASD Tech Tip video cast. All right. You then can highlight that, bold it, whatever. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Even make it different color. Make it blue. Done. Okay. All right. So that's my first tile. I'll show what that means in a second. Okay. I want to start off by maybe putting something about a Schwabenland School District. So here are all the possible things I can add. I can add a YouTube video, I can add a Google image or a Google website, Flickr search, an absolute web link. You can upload a file. If you have Dropbox, your G Drive, your Google Drive, any Google Docs you can add. You also can add bookmarks or recent web searches. I'm going to go to Google. I'm on Images. I'm going to search Schwabenland School District. All right, this is a good one right here. So I can preview it, see what it's going to look like. It's okay, it's not the best, but for our sample here, it'll work. And I just drag it to here. Okay, I can give it a label. I'm just going to call it ASD logo. And so that'll give you an idea of what an image is. So far we have a T here for text. We have an image icon because this is just an image. But next I want to do is I want to add, maybe I'll double-click here and say, here is a screen, or no, here's what I'll put. Here's our ASD Tech Tips website. And again, I could change the size. I'm not going to this time. I'm going to go to my web link button. I'm going to type in ASD Tech Tips .weebly.com. Find the site. Again, just drag it to where I want it to be. Now this is a link. You can see it's a link. Okay. You then also, I'm going to show you what it looks like if you want to browse for an image. I'm just going to grab, doesn't matter what it is here. Here, this will work. Just a publication file. This is the publisher file. I'm going to grab this. Okay. And now I'm going to play this canvas. So if I would do this from a student side, this is what it would look like. Or if you're the teacher side, this would be on your projector or your screen. So here's our first tile. This is just text. If you want to put a description of what you're doing, you can have comments on. If you wanted students to be able to comment, you can turn that off, or you can just get rid of it and go full screen. I'm going to click the arrow here, and again, it's going to go right to that logo. Here's that image. Here's our ASD Tech website. What it does is it's going to load that site right here, so you can stay right in your Canvas without leaving or having another tab open up. The website just opens up right inside of it. Okay, and then the next one, it says it knew it was it knew it was a publisher document, so it just gives me this open with or save. So as a student, I can hit OK and get that to pop up. So again, what this does is it's a cool way to put a whole bunch of digital or multimedia type files that you would use in your lessons into one location. As you can see, it's as simple as clicking an arrow. There's very little transition time. It also is kind of cool because it keeps everything within your Canvas. So as a primary or an elementary school teacher, if you had a bunch of websites you wanted your students to work from, you could put it all inside of a Canvas, and then as you're walking around the room watching your students working, you would know that they're on the sites that you want them to be because you would see the outline of the Edcanvas in the background of the sites on the inside. So I think this is a really neat tool that allows you to, again, create a place for your digital multimedia content that you could have in your lessons and have it available in the classroom as well as outside the classroom. So hope you learned something new on this ASD Tech Tips videocast. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, call me, or School Dude, and I will be glad to help you. Thanks and have a great day.